So, who wakes up out of a dead sleep in mid-anxiety attack on a Wednesday at 2:30 in the afternoon when you should be at work but couldn't go to work because your car wouldn't start? Just another thing gone wrong in a year where everything seems to have gone wrong. Yes, I think he knows I feel not right because he's super clingy, super needy. Ozzy, I'm talking about Ozzy. I mentioned yesterday that I hadn't caught y'all up on what is going on and that things have not gotten better. And in the grand scheme of things, I know there are people really, really struggling with stuff. I know this. I have friends in my life right now who have cancer, who are undergoing treatments for cancer, who have lost loved ones. I know people are having a worse time than I am, but it doesn't make my bad time any less bad. Okay, it doesn't. An FYI, if you know anybody who is struggling with things you might feel are minute or infinite in comparison to others, don't disregard them because it might not be as bad as somebody else's, but it's still bad for them. You don't gotta pity them. You don't have to coddle. You don't even have to care, but don't come at them with, well, it could be worse. Don't do that. Just FYI. Especially a person who struggles with anxiety and is going through some things, because that just makes them feel all kind of weak and worthless, and don't do that. But anywho, yeah, today is just another stupid thing that has happened. And my neighbor, thankfully, was out there messing with it. It's an older car. It has some glitches. Yes, I can go get another one. No, I don't want to because I'm afraid of that commitment. I'm afraid of things going wrong. I'm always afraid of things going wrong. And the way things are going, I'm surprised I even have a job. Between all the stress at work and the time that I've had to miss off of work over health things and stupid things like right now, I'm surprised I even have a job. So I'm always worried that I'm not going to be able to afford the new car. I'm not going to be able to afford the new roof I need now. I'm not going to be able to afford this or that or this or that because 2019 bent me over and did me a good one. Okay. I'm hoping 2020 is the nice twin because 2019 was the evil twin. And I don't even know where to start. The last complaint I had was about work. I told you guys about the doctor and everything, and my boss blew me off. She blew off. I can't even remember, but it hasn't improved. We are all doing extra work now in the clinic to compensate for how bad our clinic is looking. And I told you all I was training for new patient appointments, training to do new patient appointments, which I do now. But a few weeks ago, apparently the front lead was having a bad day and created a huge scene, which made me look bad to my boss over a new patient appointment. A piece of paper was brought to me that asked that I call a patient to make a new payment appointment. Well, that was new patient appointment. That was new to me. I didn't know we would do that. I just assumed they'd call us. So I had one question. One question. Do I call the patient myself and proceed from there? But I asked the question to the wrong person. I asked the question to someone who makes mountains out of molehills, and she called the front lead supervisor who was already in a mood. And it was confirmed, yes, all you have to do is call that person. But then the person who I initially asked decided, let's go a step further and find out if somebody who's supposed to be training you can train you today, because I've been doing all the training and my understanding was is somebody else was supposed to be training you on Wednesdays and Fridays. Well, it's Wednesday. So she calls the big boss and asks, is so-and-so going to be training Melissa, because it's Wednesday and my understanding was blah, 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 blah. To which my boss responded, Melissa's been doing this long enough. She should have a hold of it by now. And if she needs help, she needs to find somebody to help her. Flashback, rewind to the last conversation I had with you guys where I was fed up with her and I told her, if you want me to do this, then you need to find me somebody to do it. We were cool there. She found me somebody to train me. Everything was cool, but I asked the wrong person, who went hysterical and called in everybody in the clinic, making a big deal out of my one question, which was, just want to confirm, I do call the patient myself and put in a new patient appointment. I mean, she just blew it all out of proportion, got way too many people involved, which she tends to do. She just tends to do this. She's very, very needy, needs a lot of attention, needs a lot of acknowledgement, and I'm not that way. I like to stay under the radar. I had one freaking question. I asked the wrong person. She went and asked everybody in the clinic and upset apparently the front lead, who after hearing her call the big boss, comes around the corner, snatches the paper out of my hand and says, never mind, I'll do it. I'm like caught in the headlights, like, whoa, what's happening here? What's going on? She starts muttering, everybody around here, the lead, everybody around here doing something extra, but she can't. I got so pissed off that I had to walk out. I had to step out. So after about 10-15 minutes of cooling off, I walk back in. I send an email to my boss, because it's a small clinic and everybody heard the drama. It was all the talk when I came back in to the clinic. So I shot an email to my boss and said, just for your information, I was caught in the middle of all that drama. I had one question. I didn't know all this drama was going to ensue, which she responded with, we'll talk about it when I get back tomorrow. She had a meeting. Well, I was going to lay down the law. I was like, okay, fine, we'll have a meeting about it tomorrow. I'm going to have a little Miss Attitude in that meeting as well, because this person has consistently badmouthed me since I started working. And I've known about it forever and ever and ever. But it's not just me. She does that too. She does it to everybody. She always has people's name in her mouth. This woman is toxic. She's very venomous. I call her the snake, actually. And she has two very different faces, and she talks crap about everybody. And usually I can just let it go, but under all the stress that I'd been under, I was just over it. And it'd been a culmination of 5 years of knowing this woman was talking about me behind my back, about my questioning my work ethic and what I do and what I don't do, and her fuming off in the hallway talking about everybody else is doing something extra and you don't want to, blah, blah, blah. Oh my goodness gracious. Really, lady? I've been making appointments now for a week and a half at this point. But as usual, you don't know what my job is, but you're so quick to say what my job is and so quick to tell people I don't do my job. So I just had enough, and I'm like, okay, fine. If we're going to have a meeting, I requested that she be in it. I sent my boss a response. I said, okay, fine. If we're going to have this meeting, I would just request that the lead be in on it as well, because I'm hearing very disturbing things and I want to address them. So she said, okay. Well, lo and behold, big boss blew me off again. Completely ignored it. The next day she came back, it was around 2:00, and I emailed her and said, when are we going to have this meeting? And she said, oh, I don't know if I'm going to have time. And the lead was leaving early that day. Wow. Okay. Completely blew me off. We never had the meeting, just like we've never had the meeting with the doctors we need to have. She completely blew me off. So I had to let it go, because right now is not the time to act hastily, because here we go into another issue. I had to let it go. I had to eat it because I need my job. I need my benefits. Okay. I have not been feeling well. Big friggin' surprise. My diabetes is out of control. I have good days. I have bad days. But ever since my mom broke her hip, ever since little dude possibly needed a feeding tube, ever since everything else in life gets in the way, I've not been taking care of myself, and I see it, I feel it. Well, fast forward to, before that, I've just been really stressed out and not feeling well, and knowing that I need to take care of myself and I need my job and this and that, and I've had intermittent car issues, and then we had a tornado sweep through the area near where I work, but it did dump off a lot of bad weather on our end, and I woke up to my neighbor's tree on my roof, and now I need a new roof. This was a few weeks ago. Then this was October 20th, actually, when the storm blew through. So October 20th, there's a tree on my roof that damaged my roof, and now I need a new roof, which I'm afraid to proceed with. I'm gonna have to anyway, but they've tarped it and it's okay right now, but I'm afraid to proceed with because that's gonna make my insurance premiums go up higher, which is gonna make my monthly payment to my house, because it's all together, higher. And I'm just like, oh, great, okay, fine. So not only do I need a new roof, I still had planned on getting a new air unit for the house for this summer. It's just like home ownership sucks big time right now. So there's that. And then soon after that, I started feeling very, very funny. I was feeling lightheaded. My legs were starting to hurt. My chest was starting to hurt. I was getting intermittent shortness of breath. Very, very strange. Out of nowhere, I'd have shortness of breath. I could not inhale deep enough. But I let it go because I have to be at work and I have to do this and I have to do that. I just kept letting it go until Wednesday of last week. Wednesday of last week, exactly a week ago, I woke up and I could not catch my breath and my chest was killing me. There was a tightness across my chest and I could not breathe. And if I talk a lot right now, I kind of run out of breath. So you may be hearing me huff and puff. I got scared, so I went to the ER. I thought maybe I have another blood clot in my leg because my leg for 2 weeks prior had been killing me, just like it had been killing me when I first was diagnosed with a DVT in the back of my knee. But I'm like, there's no way it's a blood clot because I'm on blood thinners for the blood clot in my eye. Y'all remember that? There's no way I have a blood clot. Unless it's a super massive monster blood clot, there's no way I have a blood clot. So I went into the ER just because I was convinced I was having a heart attack. First, I thought it was an anxiety attack, which I've been having a lot of, like waking up from anxiety attacks like I just did. I've been having a lot of anxiety attacks, and I thought it was one, but it felt different, and it wouldn't pass. It wouldn't pass. So I went to the ER. They cleared me on blood clots in the chest. They cleared me on blood clots in the legs. They feel that the pain that I'm feeling in my leg is neuropathy setting in from the diabetes, which wouldn't surprise me because, like I said, I've fallen asleep on my diabetes care. And they did all types of scans on me, and they found 2 nodules on my thyroid, which causes heightened anxiety, which causes hair loss, and I'm losing a lot more hair, which causes weight loss. And I'd lost weight. I told you guys from like my waist down, I'd lost some weight. It was very, very strange. Although I'm like really poofy up here, I lost a lot of weight in my lower body. I mean, the list was ridiculous of all these symptoms. I'm like, I've had that for a long time now. I thought it was anxiety. So now there are 2 nodules on my thyroid that they want seen immediately. So great. I've tried not to think about it. I've tried not to worry about it because it could be nothing and it could be cancer. It could be nothing and it could be deadly. It could be nothing and it could require chemo. Am I surprised? No. Well, I kind of am because I'm like my old car. I go into the ER thinking it's one thing and I come out with something else. But I don't want to think about it because if I think about it, the worst case scenario, I need to be here. Okay? I need to be here. My little boy needs me. So I don't want to think about worst case scenario. It's probably nothing. Women my age have thyroid issues all the time, and it's probably nothing. It's just another hiccup in the road of 2019, and I should be used to it, but I've never had a scare like this. So I have a doctor appointment tomorrow, Thursday, at 2:40 with my PCP, who is going to decide whether she sends me to an endocrinologist. My lamp is acting funny. Whether she sends me to an endo or oncologist, probably an endocrinologist, because I have diabetes and now I have thyroid issues. So hold on. My light bulb was acting funny, and at this point I'm convinced I'm surrounded by demons, so lights flickering do not friggin' surprise me. But anywho, so that's that. I mean, it's just been a lot over and over and over again, and it seems like every month something is happening, and I'm tired of it. It was funny at first. Now I'm just fed up, and I'm done with it. And last week, I was off Wednesday for the ER, and then I didn't know that I was going to have to get clearance to come back to work. So that was day off Thursday trying to get that situated through our hospital. So I was off 2 days yesterday with no PTO. Today the dang car wouldn't start. Oh, it's running now. It's running now. The neighbor is so friggin' sweet. Hauls my car over to uh it's not Pep Boys, one of these, AutoZone. And they test the battery and the alternator and it was fine. Battery and alternator was fine. They put a little thingy in for the engine and a code popped up that says I need something solenoid, something or other that needs to be replaced. But there was really no reason for it not to start. So at AutoZone, when they turn it on, it turned on. It didn't turn on for hours. It's not the first time this car has done this to me. I actually had it towed months ago from work at $175 tow to get it to my mechanic, and the sucker turned on. Okay, so it's not the first time it's done that, but it wouldn't turn on. It wouldn't turn on. It was just no clicking, no nothing. I would turn it and nothing happened. I did this for like 2 hours. Nothing happened. My neighbor happened to be outside. He saw me with the hood open. He came over. He took right over and helped. I mean, he's done so much. It turned on at AutoZone. He brought it back. He was tinkering with it. He says, you definitely need to have that part replaced that the little report said. He goes, but there's really nothing wrong with it. He did a little cleaning under there. I don't know what he did. He checked all the fluids. I don't know what he did. So he came in maybe an hour ago. And at this point, I'm like, I'm terrified of this car. I'm like, I'm not going to drive all the way to work at 1:30, just turn right back around, come back at 4:30. And what if? What if it does it again? And mind you, I was in such a heightened state of anxiety at this point. My eye is twitching. You can see it. It's twitching. I was in such a heightened point of anxiety that I was just like, F it. I don't need to be out on the road. So I came in and lost it. I came in and lost it. And I wanted to call my mommy so bad because she's my peace. But she's 76 years old, and I didn't want to burden her with her 47-year-old loser daughter's problems. Again, there's always something going on. But I was just so overwhelmed. I'm like, oh my gosh. So now we're at 3.5 days off tomorrow because of my doctor appointment tomorrow with no PTO. Will the car start? Will it not start? Do I have cancer? Do I not have cancer? I wonder what's going to happen. Oh my goodness. How am I going to do this? How am I going to swing this? And here come the holidays. And how am I going to be able to afford anything for the holidays? No PTO. And then here the next week for the actual Thanksgiving, I'm going to be off. I'm going to be short another 2 days because I don't have PTO to cover that. And here going into November, I was like, oh, if I can make it through November with no issues, I'll have PTO to cover Thanksgiving and the day after. It doesn't work that way. Something stupid always happens. Something always happens. And I'm over it and I'm sick of it and I don't understand it. And I'm tired of it. I'm scared all the time. Y'all see me smiling or whatever. I'm friggin' scared all the time because I don't know what's going to happen. And I know that's my anxiety. I know my anxiety plays a lot into my being so scared all the friggin' time. But it's hard to live with, okay? It's hard to live with. It's hard to function. And some days I'm good. You see a lot of the good, but then some days I'm like, God. And it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much to panic me, to make me scared, to make me feel like the world's falling all around me. It doesn't take much. I'm just tired. I don't know what happened this year. I don't know why everything went so wrong. And like I said, I know there are people going through a whole lot more, but it doesn't take away what I'm going through. And it doesn't help me not react to what I'm going through any better. This is who I am. This is what I struggle with. And this year has been a friggin' joke. Not just that. And there's probably, no, it's not my story to tell. But I am also very affected by someone who I love so much going through something as well. It's not my story to tell, but it's just work and the house and the car and my health. And I know my health, I did a lot. All of it is my own doing. Diabetes, for the most part, is a person's own doing. You don't eat right. You don't exercise. You don't take care of yourself. I get it. And I'm not on here for sympathy. I'm not on here for any of that crap. I'm just on here to maybe get out what I've been holding in for so friggin' long. I'm waking up with anxiety in mid anxiety attack. Like I dozed off after my neighbor left and the car was on and everything. You'd think I'd be like, okay, the car's working. I'll be able to get to and from work tomorrow, to and from my doctor's appointment tomorrow. I can pick up little dude from daycare with no problem. Blah 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 blah. You would think I'd see the silver lining. No, I'm so scared that when I go out there this afternoon, the car's not going to start. I'm so friggin' scared. I'm never not scared. Never not scared. I'm scared all the time. And it plays off into my sleep, apparently, because when I do sleep, I dozed off. I was with a huge group of people who I don't know. And for some reason, we had body parts on us, human body parts that needed to be discarded because the police were going to find them and somebody was going to be charged with the murder of this person. And for some reason, it fell upon me to destroy the evidence, which I begin to do in this nightmare. And I woke up from it. And I'm like, oh, thank God, it's just a dream. Thank goodness it's just a dream. Yay. But my face is, as soon as you focus and you wake up, I knew. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm in anxiety attack. My face was numb. I couldn't breathe. My chest was hurting. I was petrified. And not just because I'd had a bad dream. This is different. If you all have panic attacks, if you all have anxiety attacks, you know how immobilizing and how paralyzing that fear is. And I couldn't shake it. I know I'm home. And okay, this is anxiety. You wake up from a nightmare, you're in mid-anxiety attack, and then you realize, oh gosh, it's Wednesday. Oh my gosh, I didn't go to work. Oh my gosh, what time is it? Do I have any time to go to work? Oh my gosh, There it goes. Everything that you left behind before you fell asleep is there, humping your brain. And I don't know if I'm making any sense to anybody who's never gone through it, but it's a horrible, uncontrollable, gotta go through it attack. So like I said, I got up and I knew where I was, but I didn't feel like I was where I was. I knew I was home, but I didn't feel like home. I knew I was okay, but I didn't feel okay. I knew why I was home because of the disaster this morning, but I shouldn't be home. I should be at work. Oh my God, you're going to get fired. Oh my God, did they call? Oh my God, are they... And I kind of walked around like a zombie in the house, and I'm like, okay, maybe your sugar's just like really, really high, because my fasting sugars have been running in the 200s, like 250, 290, like stupid bad in the last few weeks. I can't control it, even with medication. There's just something wrong. And I understand that anxiety and pain, because I was in pain really bad with my leg, elevates your blood sugar and all, but my sugars have never been that high, not even before I was diagnosed with diabetes. The highest they'd ever gone was like 170. They've never been in the 200s ever. And here in the last month or two, they're out of control. And it's like, I try and eat better. I'm not going to say I'm eating good. I'm not, because I did start drinking soda again. I'm doing a lot of stuff that's elevating my sugars, but maybe I'm naive to think, wow, that much. But anyway, I thought my sugar was out of control, so I checked my sugar and it was low. It's high for a fasting sugar for a healthy person, but it's low for what I've been getting lately on fasting sugars. And I don't even know if I've put everything into play right in sequence. Just know that work still sucks. Work has not gotten any better. The doctor has not improved at all. I'm still getting harassed. I'm still getting cussed out. I'm still getting pressed for signatures and things that this doctor is still not complying with. Everyone is super stressed, so everyone is just yapping at each other. My boss is still dismissing me. The storms damaged my home. And now I may have something super wrong, but I might not, but I might. It's like, enough, enough already. And I know you're not supposed to question God. And like I said, I know people are going through so much worse than me right now that don't question him. And I'm not questioning him. I just wonder out loud sometimes, Like, why does God think I'm strong enough for all this when apparently I'm not? Okay? I'm not built for this. I wasn't given the proper tools, the proper workup, the proper makeup for this. Why does he think I'm strong enough to handle one thing after another after another? Why can't I have 1 month? That's all I ask. 1 month where I can make it to work every day. Where I don't have to worry about no PTO. Where I don't have to worry about I'm going to get rolled up this time. 1 month. Every month something goes wrong. Every month I have to be off. Every month something happens. I'm tired. I'm friggin' tired, and I know some people may out there who haven't been with me a while might stumble across this video and be like, well, if you're so worried about your finances and having no PTO, why do you continue to shop? Because my little $20-$30 a week isn't going to pay for a roof. It's not going to buy a new car. Okay? It's not going to fix whatever's going on in here. I have everything that I need taken care of, and the things that I need to take care of soon are already into play. I'm just scared. I'm scared to lose financial control. I'm scared to put on the new roof and then I can't afford my house every month. I'm scared to get a new car and I get super, super sick and I lose my job and I can't afford my car or my house or my treatments. I'm scared all the time. I needed to take a little break because I hate feeling out of control, and I lost control before I paused this video. I don't want to lose control of anything. I don't want anybody to hurt because I can't handle what's being dished out at me. I don't want my kid to hurt. I don't want my oldest to worry. I don't want people to worry about me. I want to be strong enough for all of this, and I don't feel strong enough. Most days I'm okay, but a lot of days I'm not. But maybe some of you can relate. Maybe some of you think you're feeling all this and nobody else does. But you're not by yourself. You know, you're not alone. This anxiety panic monster is real. So, for those of you that don't get it, just don't get it. Okay? Don't assume things. Just don't get it. You know, it's okay not to get it. But for those of you that do, just understand, I'm just venting. I'm just talking. I'm just thinking. I need to get it off my chest. And I know that for a very, very long time, I've been able to trust you guys. But I'm just hoping that getting it out helps, because I have an afternoon to function in, and I, right now, I'm so scared. I have to go get little dude in a few hours, and I am so scared to move right now. I'm so scared to get out of the house. Plus, it's gray and dreary outside, and I know that's not helping. I don't know, guys. Just don't go through stuff alone, okay? Don't go through stuff alone. If you gotta make a video or if you gotta talk to somebody, just don't go through stuff alone, because it can get bad. Especially when you have anxiety, it can get really, really bad. And you need people to tell you, even though you may not believe it at the time, you need people to tell you it's gonna pass. It's gonna be okay. We're right here. You're fine. Even though you might not believe it, sometimes you need to hear it. So if you're going through anything, don't go through it by yourself. Don't Don't do that to yourself. Don't go through it by yourself. Talk to somebody or get out or go do something you enjoy doing if you feel up to it. Just I of all people know how hard it is to say this, but don't get lost in it. I was getting lost in it. That's why I pushed play or record. But I'm gonna go downstairs and try and act like a functioning human being and put on my mommy face because I gotta be a mommy in a few hours. And you guys, please pray. Pray that these chains break. Not the bad things, because I know that's gonna happen. And I know I'll get through them because I'm not alone. Just please pray that the chains of fear and anxiety break. I'm not asking God to give me perfection and give me perfect life and give me no problems. I just need people to ask God to break that chain of fear and anxiety so that I can see that I'm not alone, that I am going to be okay. That God's always got me through. I just don't want to be scared. I can go through it, but I don't want to be incapacitated by fear. Not this kind of fear, But, oh, you guys, thanks for listening if you've watched this far. And, I do love y'all bunches. And don't feel sorry for me. I swear I didn't get on here for people to feel sorry for me. I just needed to get it out. I guess. So, I'm gonna go find my mommy face. Just pray for better tomorrows for me, please. Not miracles. I don't need miracles. I just need a little bit of a break. Just a little one. Okay. Love y'all bunches. Bye.